Last time on Total Party Guild.
So a ballista, that's someone who makes you coffee, right?
No.
Yes, coffee and like giant arrows.
They make you dead.
Welcome, heroes. My name is Jeremy Blackheart, and I'll be DMing this story arc of Total Party Guild, a weekly retrowave-inspired live play 5th edition D&D podcast. This week, the guild will be hiring
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Von Onyx, the human bard.
Sean Rowe playing Singer, your tiefling cleric.
Justin Lamb playing Stennel Bjornsson, the halfling barbarian. Grr.
and our special guest.
Matthew playing Dimble Pilwicken, the gnome artificer.
When last we left our heroes, they escaped with a mermaid out of the warehouse and took her down to the coast. Jewel gave her a bracelet, and the mermaid said if they're ever in Zumarin, look her up. They found their way back to the prisoners' district and found 2 more captives, but failed to pick the lock on the door. In search of a key, they kept exploring the dungeon, only to trigger a net trap and get shot at with a ballista. The net trap sounded an alarm bell, and Kuotoa came spilling out of a northern corridor. Singer, running to take out the ballista, has himself in the ballista sights. What will our adventurers do next?
Well, 2 points of clarification. One is at some point we found a metal rod with a key on the end. So we have that. And 2, Matt was right. When I reached level 5, my Mantle of Inspiration increased to 8 temporary hit points. So everybody has 8 instead of 5.
And 8 is great.
So whose turn was it?
It's the ballista's turn. Singer, what is your armor class?
18. I hunker down behind my shield.
The ballista fires, hits the corner of your shield, and as soon as you feel the pressure, you manage to guide it up and away.
Ooh,
that worked.
your arm must be numb by now.
Oh man, I can't even feel it.
Top of the round, Singer, your turn.
I raise my arm and realize it's not moving the way it should. So then I spin my spear and I call upon Zalia to breathe her breathy breath upon you, you terrible, terrible, smelly fish person. And I cast Gust of Wind directly at the grunt to hopefully knock him and the ballista away from me.
The ballista's stuck into the ground.
Well, I was really hoping it would topple on top of him and like smash him, but regardless, I'll push him away.
Okay, what kind of check is that?
It's a strength check.
DC.
Yep, strength savings throw. And DC 14.
Just barely fails. So what happens to him?
He moves 15 feet away from me, directly away from me, and falls down. Then I'm going to run over to the ballista.
He flies 15 feet backward and lands on his butt, and the ballista, it just kind of blows back on its axis, so it's just facing the ceiling.
Sweet.
But it's on a rotational mount.
And then I run over to it.
Okay, and that's you.
That is me.
Where you're standing now, you can see that there's that big pool behind where that grunt is laying. Up above, you see that there's a pillar on either side. The corridor continues north. And then you can see the bluish flicker of a screen on the western side in an alcove.
Ooh,
giving
shiny.
off some dim light. Stennel.
All right, so I'm enraged, I'm angry, and looking at Jewel's very inspiring form and hearing her play the new instruments, I slipped between these 2 grunts full of inspiration. And since I have been looking for a key, I kind of noticed that there's something hanging off of like Jewel's belt, like a key we maybe picked up. Did we not try the key, Jewel?
It's not a key. It looks like a cattail, like the plant that grows out of water, with a metal rod. And then it's not like a traditional key. It's like carved into the end of the cylinder.
Oh, like a Volkswagen key.
Oh, neat. And then I'm going to slice this guy just to the south. And I'm going to slice Jelly Grunt number 7.
Got it.
10 to hit.
That is a miss.
Sure is. I'm going to swing again. And that is a 25.
That hits. As you move through the two grunts, number 7, one of his eyes moves through the goo and tracks you, and the other one stays locked on Dimble.
You.
So as you take that first swing, he saw it coming and gooped down, and then you come with an overhand.
The overhand does 9 damage.
How do you kill it?
Well, it's sort of like I'm bringing it down in overhand. I slice into it and it kind of goops. And then I just like wiggle the sword back and forth and spray goo droplets everywhere. I go, and then, I'll sneak up here. They can't catch me. You can't catch the badger.
Trying to outrun the gloopy eyes.
Jewel and Stennel, you see that metal leg up by a big console in the northern room, up the stairs. It's sitting on top of a console with a cracked screen. And then the monitor, he's going to raise his hand and another spear of lightning is going to form, and he's going to throw it at Jewel.
If he's making an attack, it's at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. What's your armor?
Okay. It is 13.
Okay. You see when he goes to throw it, your magic kind of flashes in front of his eyes. The spear hits the stone in front of you, right at your feet. And then he runs back towards the console. Dimble.
All right, well, let's do it. Hiya. Firebolt at Jelly Grunt 5.
Yippee-ki-yay.
18 to hit.
Hits.
11 fire damages.
It's distracted by the angry badger behind it, and you manage to find an opening in its side.
Sweet. Sizzle, sizzle.
Has anyone tried frying Jell-O ever? Is that a thing?
I think it really just
I
melts
think it
and
would
then
just
boils.
melt, yeah. Once it gets hot, it just melts. Because like when
Couldn't
you
you,
do
like,
Jell-O shots.
Flash fry it, though?
Yeah, like
Maybe.
freeze it and then
I
flash
think
fry
that
it.
at the fair, they mix it with like butter or something and then like freeze that. And then they will fry like the Jell-O powder mix.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
They do a lot of weird shit at that. They fry everything.
I think putting Jell-O in a fryer is how you end up with an exploding fryer.
Yeah.
Or a jelly grunt.
Yeah.
It's
Or
alive.
cardiac arrhythmia.
Yeah. High triglycerides.
I did try a deep fried PB&J once, and it was okay, but it did make me feel really bad about myself.
Yeah.
And not like in a physical sense, just like depression. What have I become?
Just eating it erodes your self-esteem.
I wonder if you added like a banana and peanut butter and then the toast and then deep fried that.
Deep fried Elvis.
Yeah. It's the size of your fist, the size of a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Ugh.
Anyway, we're cutting all this.
Who's
Are we?
next?
Are we?
keep it.
That's good content right there.
Cool.
Kill your
Knock-
arteries, kids. Boil your or fry your sandwiches.
Heck
Top
yeah.
bents.
I'm just shuddering. Ugh.
Stennel, athletics check.
Oh no, Stennel. Never.
Dirty 20.
You lost this one, buddy. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm raging. I'm here to take damage.
Was it at advantage?
Yeah, was that with advantage?
No.
Because it's a strength-based check and you're raging.
Thank you for delivering that in song.
You're welcome.
It's okay.
All
My second
rules.
roll was worse. 16.
Oh.
It unhinges its jaw and falls
Oh,
on
no.
you. It invades
Whoa.
your bubble.
Ew.
You take 3 acid damage and 4 lightning damage.
Cut in half.
Yeah. So 3.
3 total. I like resisting everything.
Except mental damage.
Except for emotional scarring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jewel can still
Except
get
for
through to you.
Except for everyone telling me I smell.
Oh, you're like the Hulk.
What's my emotional AC?
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
only
low.
only pretty girls can talk you down.
Sun's getting real low, kid. Arr, arr. Okay, so
Anyway.
I'm inside the jelly.
Yes. And it is Jewel's turn.
Can he see us? Is it my turn?
Dimble firebolted. Goo ate Stennel. Now it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I didn't have a. Sorry, I have initiative on my thing, and I was not paying attention. Okay. I don't like that this guy's gone up here by this monitor.
The
I
monitor's at the
realize-
monitor.
Ha. I realize as
Boo.
my my turn is restarting and my mantle of inspiration kind of fades, that singer didn't pick up any of this energy, and I just shout out for him because I don't see him. Like, singer, where the fuck are you? And then
Over here blowing a fish.
What?
Oh God.
Hold on. Okay.
Worst
okay.
best title episode. Oh my God.
There it is. There it is.
I rolled a dice to see if that blew my mind. It did not.
Blew the fish. Your mind is safe.
Singer inspiration. Oh my God.
Amazing. Okay.
You are never gonna get that flavor out. You're never gonna get the taste out of you.
Fish stick. Okay. So I'm going to move up here into this room. I think that was 30 feet. And hold on. Yes. I think I moved too far. Sorry. I think I moved 10 feet too far. Okay. I'm using the measuring thing in Astral and trying to reverse math. Okay.
Where is that anyway?
If you press
You hold
shift.
the shift key.
Yeah.
I
And
was
then you
trying
can
to
just
figure out how to
move it.
do it because I was like,
Yeah. The window has to be active, and then you just hover over any point and press shift and then drag it, and it gives you a ruler.
I
Okay.
really like how easy it is to use.
I look around the room for just a second, and I realize there's a lot of equipment in here, and I don't want to do any damage to this leg, but
Now that you can see into the room, there is a massive screen behind him with smaller screens on either side. The massive screen behind him is 20 feet wide of console. It has lots of subscreens in it, and they all have different bars and graphs. A lot of the graphs look like they're at 0, but not all of them. The screen to the right is broken and cracked. The screen to the left of the major one is still flickering. To the left, or the westernmost wall, there is a big console with a chair in front of it. On the southwest wall, with its back towards the hallway you're in, there's another console. There's
okay.
a network of pipes throughout the ceiling and coming in and out of the walls with seaweed and other crap wrapped around it.
Okay. But there's nobody else in this room, just him?
Just him.
Okay. And I know just from my time in Banthum that this kind of stuff is very sensitive, and my bard powers like a shatter. I need to be very careful with where I place that kind of stuff so that I don't touch the monitors and stuff. But I do want to cast a shatter into the room, but kind of in this area over in front of him, away from that metal leg and the monitor, so that it will just hit him.
And roll me a perception check.
Perception 0, 18.
You notice above that monitor, there are
Mhm.
4 big pipes that run vertical.
How far off the ground are they?
They come out of the wall just above that monitor, so
Not very far.
6 feet, and then go into the ceiling. They have some kind of contraption rigged up behind those, between the wall and the pipes, with a pull rope on the right side, kind of near the leg.
Check that out after we're done.
It looks
all of
almost like they set up 4 bear traps,
Okay.
plus some other jerry-rigging engineering
At the top of a bunch of pipes?
in between the pipes and the wall.
I'm making a note of it so I remember to check if we get out of this fight ever alive. Okay. Okay. So I just want to make sure there's nothing above the area where I'd be casting a shatter so that it would do damage to anything above it.
How tall is the shatter?
It's a 10-foot radius sphere.
The ceiling's 20 feet tall, so you'd be fine.
Okay. But there's no pipes coming down lower than that in this little area.
No, there are some along the ceiling, but it's too high up for your shatter.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm not making a situation worse before I cast this. And he has to make a Constitution saving throw or take half DC
Okay, roll damage.
15 damage. Which of these D8s roll the highest? Let's see. None of them. Jesus Christ. I rolled 3 D8s. I got 6.
6?
I rolled 1, 2, 3. Fuck. That was 3 spell points. I'm so mad right
It
now.
does look like it hit him, but he's on the edge of the effect. And now what, Joel?
Sorry, I said I have 4 spell points left and I just wasted, because I just wasted 3 on 6 damage.
The dice have spoken.
Is that it?
Where's Stennel? Oh, Stennel's inside that grunt.
Yeah, he's inside the jelly grunt.
I'm going to cast an inspiration at Dimble, and I'm at D8 right now.
The grunt you blew over, Singer, goes to stand up. And can he walk towards you in that wind tunnel?
Technically, he can walk towards me in that wind tunnel, but if he ends his turn there, it's difficult terrain, and if he ends his turn in it, he has to make another strength check.
Okay.
And it's 10 feet wide.
Oh, he would only go 1 square towards you because standing up is half his movement.
Correct.
And then he leans forward into the wind to try walking towards you, and you see him get out a dagger made out of bone. With his eyes fixated on you, he topples backwards, head first, and tumbles into the water behind.
Yes. That's the spirit.
Stennel. If you want to break out, it's an athletics or an acrobatics check. Or you can just attack from inside, but you'd be at disadvantage.
Can he see out? Can he see us through the goop?
Yeah, but it makes your eyes sizzle.
Ugh.
That's
Oh,
really
God.
bad.
It's okay. My eyes are protected by my rage. I'm just going to attack, but I'm going to attack recklessly so that I can just do a straight roll.
Okay,
The first one's on 11.
that misses.
Sure does. And that's a 16.
That hits.
Yay. Oh, I was holding my breath on that.
Literally.
5 and 5 is 10 damage.
You kill it.
So the sword pierces up straight up out of it. It like deforms upwards and upwards. And then like the point slips out and it just kind of slides down over me. And then I just like shake it around like a dog, just goop everywhere.
Highly unnecessary. Ah.
It's like in the badger cloak fur. It's in my eyes.
The monitor is going to go next to the leg, grab the rope, and then shout something in Undercommon and yank on that rope as hard as he can. All the bear trap-like contraptions snap, pushing the pipes out of place.
Fuck.
And a green, sizzling liquid pours down the corridor.
Well, shit.
Y'all take 4 acid damage. Stennel takes half. When he notices that the liquid is acid, Jewel, you notice he looks confused. His mouth is agape.
You just kill all your babies? Going straight down this corridor right into that little pool of balloon babies.
Not the plushies. Not the fish plushies.
We were going to raise them. I was going to put my filter of love in the pool and see if they'd all call me mama.
Inspiration. Creepy love potion turned into fish matron.
I would be
Amazing.
their god. The new Kuatoa god.
Stennel, you notice that as you slayed that last goopy boy, that your sword feels kind of cold.
Oh. Did the hypnotic patterned jelly grunt take any damage from the acid?
Yeah, I was assuming. I just deleted my hypnotic pattern out of there.
And would I notice my sword feeling cold?
What's that?
I don't know if I would notice if my sword was
It'd be
cold yet.
right before the
Sure.
acid came.
That's weird. I'll be sure to ask someone smart about it once we're out of combat.
Get out of here.
Is it like hurting me?
No, it just feels cool.
Chilly.
Now it feels extra cool.
It'll counterbalance the heat of my rage.
Dimble,
Ow, ow, ow.
you take 6 acid damage as it starts melting your boots. Yay, 10 hit points.
I know, right? That helped. Can I actually, is there enough light in here that I can actually see in there?
Yeah, the monitors are giving off dim light, and then Jewel has her drift globe next to her.
Be careful of the leg that's in there.
It'll be fine. I will throw my head melting acid at it. Oh, not as good. 14.
Hits.
Oh, thank God. Ooh, that was a good roll. It does 18 acid damage.
Describe it.
So the patented launcher of a little tiny vial goes flying through the air and smacks. Is he dead or is he just...
You're just hurting him out. Just describe it.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure. I didn't want to like accidentally murder someone, only mean to this time with my acid arrow. But yeah, it's just a little tiny green vial goes flying through and splashes on him. The acid kind of like gets all over him, kind of spreads around. Starts sizzling off his... Is he even wearing clothes? Sizzling some fish scales.
Well, he has like a burlap toga and
We'll leave that on.
some
That's
jewelry.
fine.
Goopy boy wakes up from the acid. Jewel, make me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Okay. Oh. Ah! Fell off the table. Hold on. Oh, 21.
God damn. The goopy boy wakes up, slithers across the top of the stairs, and tries to engulf you to keep you in the acid. And you manage to dodge out. And it's your turn.
Silly question. Is Mantle of Inspiration once per short rest?
No, it uses a bardic inspiration.
Right. But you can use more than one.
Yes.
So stupid that I'm doing this, especially because it's not giving Singer anything, but I'm going to use it again and hopefully help Stennel get out of the acid and get myself out of the acid without taking an opportunity attack. And then everybody can refresh back up to 8 temporary hit points, except
You do
Singer.
take 3 acid damage.
Okay. Do I take that before I cast this?
Yeah, it's at the start of your turn.
Okay. So that would take me down to 1 temporary hit point, and then I radiate out my Mantle of Inspiration again, and I just kind of shimmer this pink, translucent pink opaque with little bars of music swirling around in it, and it kind of expands out to the 60-foot radius, and everybody who wants to move their speed can use their reaction to move their speed without invoking opportunity and take 8 temporary hit points, which don't stack, so you just refresh to 8.
I'm good staying out of the creek of acid. Thank you.
Right. But me and Stennel are still in it, so hopefully this can help us get out. And I'm going to move here. Is that right? Here. And then I'm going to rush him and slinging my Cittern over my shoulder on its strap that I made from the ukulele strap. I'm going to take out my rapier and stab at him.
Have at thee.
I want this one. Oh, hell. +3 is 19 to hit.
You hit.
Heck. And that is 6 + 1. That's 7 damage.
Nice.
And that's my movement, my bonus, and my action.
That is a busy turn as you rush forward and put the tip of your rapier into his gut.
Fuck yes. Stennel, did you move to where I was?
I wanted to get into the room, but I didn't have enough movement to get all the way through. So
Singer, that one grunt tries to get back up, comes to the edge, and then is pushed back into the water.
Oh, dang it. Is it my turn?
Not yet. And then you see this.
Shit. Dumb.
Come out of the pool in the southwest corner.
Awesome.
Now it's your turn.
Cool. So I swing the ballista around, load it, and shoot one.
Okay. I was having loading it be a turn.
An entire turn, I load the ballista and swing it around. That's okay. It's a 10-foot corridor of wind pushing them all back. So And it lasts for another 7 rounds. I'm sure I'll be all right.
Yeah, it takes 1 action to load the weapon, 1 action to aim it, and 1 to fire it. So it's 3 turns.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm not doing anything for 3 turns.
You could just stab it with your... All right.
They're not near me.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. I begin loading the ballista.
You lock the ballista back.
Yep.
Stennel.
Me. How much damage do I take at the start of my turn?
Thank you for reminding me. 6, halved 3.
So, like, my temp hit points had been eaten through. Did I get a fresh 8 with that
Yes.
just now? Oh, heck.
So when I did my thing, everybody's either refreshed. They just refreshed 8. You don't add them on top of anything. But, yep.
But after 2 damage, I now have 6. Yay.
Yay.
So I'm going to stop to thrash at this guy. And I'm going to do so recklessly because I'm tired of missing. So that is a 23
That
on the
hits.
first hit for 11 damage.
Okay.
Does it live?
Barely.
An 18 on the second hit
Okay, you hit.
for another 11 damage. 2 identical strikes.
How do you kill?
I cut it one way and I cut it the other way, and then I use like the tip of the sword and I just kind of push it into the acid until it starts dissolving in it.
The second time you feel your sword hit something more solid than the rest of it. And when it hits that, it sputters onto a pile in the acid and is carried downstream.
You cut to the deep, gloopy heart of it.
I found its gloopy core. Thus I smote it. And then I charged up. Jewel!
All right.
Now I'm here to support Jewel. I'm brandishing.
Jewel, what is your armor?
13.
Also, at the start of its turn, it takes 10 more acid damage.
Oh, roll it.
I did. I pre-rolled it. So it was, 10 damage. It just happens from
Oh.
being hit.
My bad. So
Heck yeah.
it's 10 damage. As your acid arrow melts into its scales some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jewel can like hear an active sizzle and see it popping. Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, it's end of its next turn. My bad. It'll happen though. 10.
It raises its hand up and manifests another spear into its hand, and it brings it down into your shoulder and then the top of your right leg.
God damn
And you
it.
take 13 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Man, the temp HP is doing work.
Yeah.
Dimble.
Oh, it's my turn? I like having turns. Those are good. Yeah, we'll just do a firebolt. I like firebolts. They're fun. Yeah. 24 to hit.
That hits.
17 fire damages.
You hit it in its left shoulder and you see its shoulder go limp.
I got him.
And then are you going to stay there?
Yeah.
Jewel.
Ah, god damn it. And take another swing at him with my rapier. And that is an 18
Hits.
and 5 damage.
5.
5.
You hit him in the hip and you see his dark, deep red, iron-rich blood come spilling out. Stennel, you see a horde start making its way towards you.
A horde.
A what now?
From where?
The one that keeps tumbling over itself through the wind finally makes its way.
Oh. Singer.
Did I say Stennel?
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
confused. I moved my token up next to Stennel for a moment to be like, where's this horde?
No. Singer. The horde starts making its way toward.
Oh. Difficult terrain.
It's only 10 feet wide, right?
Yeah. Going straight back. So, the size of the ballista.
This hallway is 30 feet wide.
Yeah, going from me straight back.
Oh, you changed the direction?
Yeah, as soon as I got right up next to that one guy, he shot backwards.
Can you draw on it in Astral?
Here,
Yeah.
I'll draw. Because you were standing here and he was here,
Oop,
so it was a
moved me.
straight line.
Yeah, but then when I moved up to here, I aimed it straight back from me. It's 10 feet wide, so he got caught when he was moving towards me. Yeah, just like that. I'm sorry, I thought I said that out loud.
You did. I probably just misunderstood. And he falls backwards and tumbles back into the water.
Yay.
Hey. At least you can keep yourself safe.
Sorta.
Safe fish.
And it's your turn, Singer.
Oh, good. Cool. So now I aim. All right. So I aim to shoot the guy who tumbled backwards, I guess.
Alrighty. And you're going to stay there?
Can I move here and let's see, and still aim that way? Okay. Can I move 1 square north of me and still aim the ballista at the dude who fell down?
You have to be adjacent to the ballista. You cannot be diagonal.
Well, that's technically adjacent to the ballista.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on 2 seconds. So there's just like a ton of these guys, and it's going to be very difficult for me to fight all of them, and 2 more rounds for me to actually aim at them. So where's all the ballista bolts?
There is a pile right next to your feet and some across from you.
Okay, so what if I pick up the pile that's right next to my feet, I move 1 square north of me, and then I throw them up in the air towards those grunts so that they get caught by the gust of wind and go flying into them?
Does your gust of wind affect projectiles?
It doesn't say that on the spell. It says creatures, so which is super lame. So I was hoping that you would just roleplay with it.
There's another spell that does affect arrows.
I have no idea.
Flame arrows.
But regardless,
Wind wall.
I still can't move anything on my screen. So after I move up 1 square and I try this by throwing the spears up in the air, then I'm just going to hightail it back 55 feet towards the party. Because now there's too many guys.
You throw these ballista bolts in the air. Your wind tunnel pushes the bunch of them towards the group, but most of them don't make purchase. I'll roll you some damage for creativity.
Hooray!
You did.
And then I run.
Just don't make it a thing.
On the bright side, you loaded the ballista for them.
Yep. Just trying to help.
Silver lining.
Are you running back down the tunnel towards your
back to the
friends?
party, yeah. Just as fast as my feet can take me.
All right. Stennel.
Me.
You hear Singer's panicked yelling echo down the hallway, and a bunch of large sticks hit stone.
And really sounds like Singer's got it taken care of. All right. Good. We can focus on this guy. So I'm going to slide up
Into his
here,
DMs.
next to Jewel, and I'm going to recklessly attack this new individual because he's wearing Singer's armband. 14.
Hits.
Hey. I really wasn't sure. With my now very cold sword, 11 damage. That's really consistent. And he's still standing.
When it hits, it almost feels like you're holding onto ice.
My sword?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's getting real chilly. I'm going to need to get gloves after this adventure. And then I'm assuming a 24 hits. That's delicious.
Yes.
For another 11 damage. That's the 4th 6 in a row I've rolled on that D.
Wow.
It's almost a Yahtzee. Yeah, so I just come up and I line up the cold sword and I'm like forcing my hands to stay on it, and I just stab and I pull it out and I stab again.
And you start really cutting him up. His guts are starting to spill out on the floor. He's got like his dangly hand back trying to keep his balance on the monitor while he raises his spear again.
On himself? Ha.
Ha.
He's got his hand on himself, the monitor. No?
No. No.
Ah.
It's
But
funnier when you have to explain it.
I actually always think it is. Stennel, Dimble, and Jewel, make me perception roll.
Ooh, that's a nat 20 with a +0. So does that make it a
Nat
dirty
what?
20 if it's a nat 20 +0?
Only if it makes you feel that way.
Having my wisdom be that low
15.
does.
Why not be both? Yeah, I got a 3.
Jewel, you're the only one that notices it. Standing on the top of the monitor, you kind of see a wispy, it looks like a baby badger with buff man arms like Saxton has, and like naked man feet instead of its normal arms, and it's wielding a sword made of ice. And it's just like a wispy, ghastly, almost illusion of it.
What the fuck? I still see Stennel though.
Yeah, and the thing's only about a foot tall.
And I look at Stennel and then I look back at it like, the fuck is...
It's almost like a heat shimmer.
I blink and I say, Stennel, do you see that? And then it's not really my turn, so...
It's your turn to get stabbed.
It's your turn to die.
10. As you take 10 more lightning
Damn.
damage.
Why are you hitting so hard?
Jewel.
As he thrusts the lightning spear into your gut.
Stop stabbing me. Oh my God.
Jewel, you're not.
Well, it just feels like
I need this.
She needs that.
it's like a taser radiates through your
Process my
midsection.
food here. Okay.
You're not supposed to be the tank.
Dimble.
Well, let's see. There's all these things. Firebolt.
Did you roll its acid damage at the end of its turn?
It's only for a single
Oh.
turn. It doesn't perpetuate. That would be way too good for a second level spell. So a 14 to hit, which if I remember
Yes, it
correctly
does.
Sweet. I love hitting things with a firebolt. It's like my favorite thing.
It is pretty good.
Ooh.
How do you
20
kill it?
damages.
Yay.
With a firebolt that goes into its eye socket and explodes.
Ew.
Hey, if Stennel's gonna get goopy shit all over me, I'm gonna get goopy shit all over
Why do I
Stennel.
keep
Just
getting in the
saying.
middle of your goop battles?
Crossfire. I'm sorry. I can blow up brains too.
Touche.
Jewel, when that monitor explodes into fiery fish guts, you see that little foot-tall badger shimmer. It just yells, Ikomboka! Stennel, you kind of hear it, but you don't notice anything. And Jewel, you see the heat shimmer scamper down the hallway towards Dimble and out of the room.
Into the acid?
Yes. And it doesn't look phased by the acid.
Am I fucking hallucinating or...
Fortunately, everything down here makes sense.
Jewel.
It was the wrong kind of acid, Jewel.
Acid bolt just took on a whole new meaning.
Our heroes have just taken down a Kuotoa monitor, although Singer runs from a small horde in the western hallway. Our heroes are still stuck in the fishy situation.
Ha.
No.
Will they be able to bait the Kuotoa into a favorable position for the party? If this wasn't enough of a hook for you,
Boo.
Oh, man. What was it? The third terrible pun in like 2 seconds?
then I don't know what will be. Until
Just-
next time,
just
in
end
Total
it.
Party Guild. But before we go, we have some messages for you.
Okay, so this is going to be coming out at the end of October. This is our last episode for Halloween. So happy Halloween, and hopefully we're recording this in the past. So hopefully COVID has completely ended and we're all going to safe Halloween parties at Sean's
Yeah, you
house.
can have spoopy parties.
Hey, Halloween parties.
And if you can't go to parties, tweet us your costume pictures because we want to see them, especially if you're cosplaying as one of us in our, like 38 episodes. You've gotten that into it. Yeah, so we're on Twitter. What was that?
Or maybe you'll cosplay a Kuotoa.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Reddit if you want to stalk our profile. We're Total Party Guild on all platforms.
And remember to rate, review, subscribe, hit the little bell notification icon. The more that we're seen and promoted, the more we can share this with everybody. It's a lot of fun to make, and hopefully it's a lot of fun to listen to.
And write to us. We want to hear your takes on the adventures and questions, comments, and interesting things at totalpartyguild@gmail.com.
Oh, and vote, because next week will be the week to vote.
You should be voting ahead of this, but yes.
Yes, you should have
Yeah.
voted already, but do it.
And congratulations, you definitely did. I'm proud of you
Yay.
guys.
Well done.
And does our special guest have anything he wants to add?
Oh, nothing particular. Just I have to imagine the fires are gone by now, but it's still, I'm sure they impacted a lot of people. So, do what you can.
Well, by
Stay
this
safe.
time, we're going to be 2 disasters down the line, dude.
I know, right? Jesus. Like, what is the next disaster?
We're gearing up for Sharknado.
I don't want to guess it. I don't want to be the guy that foresaw what the next one is.
I hope your zombie rations last until the new year.
Ugh.
That's it. Jeremy called it. It's going to be zombie apocalypse.
No.
Until next time.
Party on!
Party on.
Run.